All right. So good morning again, everyone. For today, we'll be having our fifth machine experiment. And this fifth machine experiment is related to analyzing simple counter in Simulink. So medyo advanced na ng konti yung ating panglimang experimentation. This is an actual design we've done sa aming kumpanya. And then, gagamitan natin ito ng MATLAB function and then Simulink. So, yung Simulink, familiar na tayo doon. So, these are just blocks available doon sa library browser. Pero yung MATLAB function, medyo may scripting tayong gagawin. So, remember that MATLAB is an interpreted language. So, merong a little differences on how we code using MATLAB. So, ito yung program specification. So, madali lang. Wala naman tayong kailangan i-tweak dun sa binigay kong model at sa binigay ko pong MATLAB script. All you have to do is to analyze. Kasi gusto ko ma-develop sa atin yung analytical thinking. Kasi kapag nagpunta ka naman sa work mo, eventually after you graduate, hindi naman pagdating mo doon, you have to model, you have to code from the scratch. So may mga available na rin naman pong mga codes doon, available models na pwede po nating pag-aralan at saka i-tweak. So yun yung skill na gusto kong ma-develop sa atin. So tuturuan ko kayo ng method on how to do that para mas madali nating maintindihan yung Simulink at saka yung MATLAB script. So it includes a MATLAB function na ang pangalan ay matls_ff. Siyempre, depende yan kung anong gusto mong ipangalan as data flip-flop with enable reset. So, i-open ko po. Ito yon. Ito yung tinutukoy niya na MATLAB function. Yan. Na kapag tiningnan mo yung ating Simulink, ito yon. Alright. Pag dinouble click mo yan, ito makikita mo dyan. Yung script ng MATLAB function. And then itong MATLAB function na to, this is also part naman dito sa ating library browser. So type mo lang dyan, MATLAB function. Yan, then ito lang yon, kinilik and drag lang yan papunta doon, then dinagdagan lang ng inputs and then meron din siyang output. Then nirename lang natin yung pangalan ng ating MATLAB function. So going back, and then sabi dito, ayan, so it is, yung ating MATLAB function is a simple data flip-flop. So familiar na tayo dyan with enable reset. The description of the MATLAB function will help you understand the model of MBDG SPI001. So, ito yon. Ito yung buong model na tinutukoy niya. This is a simple counter example. Alright? Na kita natin magkasama si MATLAB script at saka si Simulink. So, we do have a lot of blocks available doon sa kinreate po natin na model. So, ganun ka-powerful si MATLAB. Kaya, wag niyong sabihin na, ay, bakit hindi na lang ito yung tool na gamitin ko? So, marami po tayong pwedeng gamitin using MATLAB Simulink. And then, all you have to do is to simulate and provide explanation of your analysis of results. So, syempre, i-run mo, then, ito yung ating sample model, 'di ba? Nakikita naman po natin yung ating sample model, guys. Meron na tayong scope block. So technically, i-run mo lang 'yan. When you run, ayan, after nyo ma-finish yung run, may mapuproduce na siyang scope block. Ito 'yon. Alright. Ito yung isa, count en, and then ito yung isa, count 0 or count o. And then, kita natin yung time scale. Ayan. So, ito yung scope block natin. This is another one for count 0, count 0, INC, increment, and then count reset. So, gusto ko na i-analyze mo, ano ba yung ginagawa ng code na to? So, in doing so, syempre, pwede mo naman pong i-double click para malaman mo anong parameter yon. And then ito din, ayan, data type conversion pala to. Anong ginagawa ng data type conversion? And then ano to, double click mo lang, sum pala to. And then this one, constant din pala ang ginamit dito. Then dun sa constant, meron pala siyang nilagay dito na a little syntax. So, anong ibig sabihin ba nitong FI wrap 0 bits 0? So, those are the things that you need to know And then, ito nga yung ating scope debug na output. And then, para saan tong data type conversion na to. Alright. So, again, binanggit ko na naman na this is a counter, pero mahalaga na maintindihan mo ano ba yung naging sequence nitong ating code na to, yung model na to. So, ito yung model na shino ko na po sa inyo earlier na you needed to understand. And then, ito naman yung MATLAB function. Alright? And then, data and results and conclusion. As for the MATLAB script, ayan, obviously may nakikita po tayo dito na percent, 'di ba? Yung nakikita natin dito na percent, ibig sabihin ito yung comment. Ganun po ang comment natin sa MATLAB, we're using percent. And then the usual, ito yung mga codes, yung mga hindi naka-color green. So ito yung code na ginawa po natin for this MATLAB function. So basically, yung nakikita natin na function DO is equal to MFF underscore ERX DI, comma EI, and RI. So this is a line of a MATLAB function with 3 input arguments. Diba? DI, EI, and RI. At meron siyang output argument DO. So ganun kasimple lang yung function na to. So etong combination na to is also reference naman doon sa nakita natin dito sa ating inputs and outputs sa MATLAB function. Alright, so ito lang yung part na yon. And then the rest, these are just comments. Alright? And then may nakita tayo na if else. So yung code na to, it only checks if the input DI is of integer type using the isInteger function. If DI is an integer, it simply converts it to a fixed point representation using the FI function and assigns the result to temp underscore DI. If the DI is not an integer, then therefore it assigns DI directly to the temp underscore DI. Alright. And then may nakita tayo na persistent declarations. So this code declares a persistent variable reg, which means its value persists across multiple function calls. And if the reg is indicating that it hasn't been initialized yet, it initializes it with a fixed point object having a value of 0, a numeric type derived from the temp underscore DI, and fixed point math properties derived from temp underscore DI. So ito na yung ginagawa ng persistent. And then we also have here the internal processing, diba? So for another ladderized if-else statement yung nakita natin, so this block of code checks the conditions based on the values of Ri and Ei using fixed point objects. If Ri is equal to a specific fixed point object, it sets temp underscore reg to a new fixed point object with a value of 0. If Ei is equal to the same fixed point object, it sets temp underscore reg to a new fixed point object with a value of Ei. Otherwise, it sets temp underscore reg to the current value of the persistent variable reg. And then, meron tayong nakita dito na setting the output data. So, yung DO underscore reg, this line sets the output variable DO to the current value of the persistent variable reg. And finally, may nakita tayo na reg is equal to temp underscore reg. So, this line simply updates the persistent variable reg with the value of temp underscore reg. The purpose is to ensure that the value of reg is updated for the next function call, reflecting any changes made during the current call. Yan. So in summary, yung MATLAB function na to appears to implement a flip-flop with enable and reset functionality using fixed point arithmetic. The function uses persistent variables to maintain state across multiple calls and handles different cases based on the values of the input signals Ri and Ei. Alright, so yun lang yung ginagawa ng ating MATLAB script. Ngayon, ito naman pong ating Simulink model. So you just have to analyze, reference dun sa ating results. So pwede ka rin maglagay ng mga display dito, di ba? Remember, when you put display here, when you put scope block here, nakikita natin what happened. From this input, ano nangyari nung kinonvert niya yung ating data type. So, what happened to the result? Ganon din dito, lagyan mo siya ng display, then output para makita natin, matrace natin kung ano nangyayari dun sa code natin. That's the strategy. And then, another thing that you have to do, gawa ka ng table to represent. Ito, binigay ko na yung example ha, gagayahin mo na lang. Kasi aside from the skill of modeling, kailangan you know how to make specifications. Kapag nag-work ka sa industry namin, merong gumagawa ng specifications, merong gumagawa ng design, merong nagbe-verify, merong nagsisynthesis. There are different groups of people doing different things. And lahat yon tinatry kong ituro sa atin. So, kailangan marunong tayo mag-analyze ng code at the same time, you know how to represent. So, yung una, this is for the Simulink. Gawa ka ng table. We have columns, model item, toolbox, block, parameter, description, and then remarks. So as you can see here, meron ako dito na model item 1 as example. And then, ang pinili ko dito, yung import, ang parameter niya, en1. Ito yung tinutukoy ko dyan. Ito yon. Ang pangalan niya, en1, di ba? Obviously, ito yung pangalan ng variable or the parameter or the port. Pwede nyo nang ilagay mo dito port, parameter, or variable. Pangalan niya, en1. And then, anong block ba to? Anong block? Di ba pag dinouble click mo yun, obviously, ay import. And then, anong ginagawa ng import? Provide an input port for a subsystem or model. So, yun yung ilalagay mo dito sa description. Alright. And then, saan ba kinuha itong import na to? Punta ka ng library browser. Makikita mo sa commonly used blocks. Pag dinouble click mo to, andun pala si import. So, under siya, yung toolbox niya dapat ay commonly used blocks. Ngayon, yung remarks, ikaw na yung maglalagay niyan. Pag tiningnan mo siya dito, nasaan ba si in1? So, nasa top level block siya, 'di ba? Wala naman tayong subsystem dito, 'di ba? Wala naman siya sa loob ng MATLAB function. Wala naman siya sa loob ng data type conversion. Nasa labas po siya. Kaya ako nilagyan siya ng remark dito na top level input parameter. Alright? And you also have to do that to the rest of the parameters available in this Simulink model. Alright? Another table that you have to do is for the MATLAB script. So, isa lang naman yung MATLAB script. Ito lang yun, pinaliwanag ko pa kanina kung anong ginagawa ng MATLAB script. Definitely, for the MATLAB script, kailangan mong ilagay yung code item. Dito kasi model item ang bilang, dito code item. And then the port. So, we have port. Obviously, dito may port na DO. Ito yung tinaray ko, DO. Ayan. And then, anong data type ni DO? Reg siya. Saan ko nakita yung reg? Doon sa code. Tingnan mo yung code. Anong direction niya? Input ba siya? Output ba siya? In-out ba siya? Obviously, output. And then, anong ginagawa ba ng DO na port? Siyempre, kailangan mong intindihan, i-analyze. So, ang description dyan, the variable DO is the output of the MATLAB function MFF underscore ERX. The value assigned to DO is the current value of the persistent variable reg. So, ganun kasimple lang yung pagde-describe for each port. At the minimum, i-describe mo yung port. E di meron pang DI, EI, RI. Pagpasok mo nito, meron pa bang internal signal na ginamit dito? Kung merong internal signal, may syntax na ginamit, i-explain mo rin siya. Alright? And then after nun, make a flowchart. Yung paggawa mo ng flowchart, I would suggest buuin mo na from start, from input, na papasok sa MATLAB function, ipaprocess ni MATLAB function, anong gagawin ng MATLAB function, sinabi ko na kanina, pinaliwanag ko na, gawan mo yun ng flow, then yung output niyang DO, anong gagawin niya, i-convert, after niya ma-convert, pupunta sa addition, and then meron pa siyang another input na kailangan, then yung output niya pupunta dito, yun pala yung count 0 underscore inc na variable. And so on and so forth. So, gawan po natin ng flowchart. Alright, so I guess yun lang yung kailangan natin gawin for experiment number 5. Stop ko ng recording.